All right, hello, everybody. Happy Friday indeed. You would be so proud of me. I turned on my OBS and I was like getting ready, and then I realized my fan wasn't getting picked up on my microphone. And then I realized it wasn't selected to this microphone. And then I realized my fan was being really loud and that I wasn't too hot. So I turned my fan off. Hello. How is everybody? How is everybody today? Getting ready for stream went so smoothly that it feels weird. I feel it feels kind of strange, especially since I didn't I got here 10 minutes ago, or no, 15 now. I started rolling the beginning 5 minutes ago, and I got here 10 minutes before that, and I just put on some mascara. I put on some lipstick. I might reapply the lipstick because I was just drinking my beautiful energy drink. Hello, Luna. Hello, Danny. Hello, Our Lady. Our Lady, DM me about this if you want. Are you not on Instagram anymore? I was trying to tag you in something, and I could not do that. That was very sad. Wendy, hello. Hello, Lackerdactyl. Lackerdactyl's the reason for the season. Lackerdactyl posted a meme that was like, you quit! Sorry, that was Our Lady. Our Lady quit. Okay. Understandable. Also sad. Lackerdactyl posted a meme. I'll show it in a second. It was really funny. It made me want to do this. Hello, Spadazzles. Hello, Doomed. And of course, I think I already said hello to Danny, but hello, my beloved Danny. Hello, Carolyn. Hello. I will miss you on the Instagram. I don't remember what I wanted to tag you in, but next time I'll just share it with you in the Discord. What was it? We have a movie night chat. We are not, Doomed asked if we can fit in, The Mummy. Doomed, I am thinking for November. Usually I do folk horror, but we are so confined to Moogles. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello. What were you doing? Can we get a shout out for Moogles? We are Kupo nuts. Kupo nuts. We're Kupo for Kupo. Jesus Christ. I even play Final Fantasy, and yeah. Oh, you were there too. Hello, y'all. I saw something very special. First, where was that meme that Lackerdactyl, do you remember where you posted that meme? As per usual, I'm like answering 18 questions at once. Doom's asking if we're gonna watch The Mummy. I think maybe in November. Because I want to have a general. Perfect. I want to have a month where we just watch some stuff that we've been wanting to watch, that we should watch, because Psychtember is almost upon us, and I will not skip Psychtember. Psychtember is my favorite time of year. And I have some ideas for Christmas. So I was like, you know what? October, it's gotta be the horror, but I think that maybe for November, I definitely want to do we'll do The Mummy. I think that's great. I've never watched it all the way through. It scares me, which is weird because I'm a horror fan. Doesn't scare my mom or my sister. It scares me. And then I'm thinking maybe The Sound of Music. I feel like it's a good time in our lives to watch that. A lot of people haven't watched it. And it's fantastic. So I think we should do that. Okay, so Lackerdactyl posted this. Let me share it. I don't know. So this is actually a quote from Lord of the Rings. But I don't know half of you as well as I should like, and I like less than half of you half as well as you deserve. And did you make this? Is this a Fall Out Boy song title? It's so perfect, and it just made me go, let's do that meme, because I was thinking of doing that meme last week, and I didn't. It's perfect. I didn't do that meme, and so I was like, let me get a Fall Out Boy song title, nail polish, and let's do this meme. I think it's going to be great. But yeah. Yes, Bilbo Baggins. Hello, Shaylin. Hello. I'm so glad you're so good. Oh, and if you came from Moogles and you don't know me, I'm Stephanie, aka Fanatic here. I am horny on main. I'm cringe, but I'm free. And hang around, or if you gotta run, then run out. I was telling everybody though about, I'm gonna stop looking at my Discord while I have that open. I need to make sure that I know the actual date for this. But I should be having an extra long series. Yes. Yeah. So let me show you all the poster for this. and I'll post it probably later today in the Discord. I'm going to be part of a charity raid stream. I know you're like, I love Stephanie when she asked me to give money, and I wish she would ask me to give more money. People are always asking for this. They actually are. But anyway, I am joining Natty20, and this is her annual, I think she's a she. This is their annual birthday raid train, and I feel so honored to have been asked to join it. So I'm going to be starting at my regular time next week. I was so blessed to be able to just get the time that I stream as part of the raid train. So I'm going to be starting at my regular time, maybe a bit early to make sure that the earlier raid train can like get into me. And then we will be raided by the raid train. I will be doing some cat themed nails, and if I end early, I'll probably just play some Oblivion with a Khajiit is kind of like my general plan for this day. And then I'm going to be streaming until 4. Then I'm going to have a quick hour turnaround for dinner, and then we're going to come back and we're going to watch the double feature. It's going to be a very long Friday. I need to make sure I do not plan anything else on this Friday because like it's going to be a long ass day. So yeah, I'm second on the raid train list. And I'm very excited to be involved with this. So that's what's happening next week. So short stream today, long stream next week. You're wearing the polish now. How is the polish, Lackerdactyl? How's the actual polish? By the way, here are the two polishes that I am considering for today. They're both Garden Path lacquers. They're both absolutely scrumptious, and I love them. And I'm realizing that Garden Path is like probably one of my favorite. It's probably one of my favorite brands. So, so yeah, I'm gonna actually turn down my mic a little bit. Let me know if it's like too low. Right, they're so good. These are so. They're not even, as you know, these are not even close to what they are in person. Especially this one. This one is Told the Northern Lights to Keep Shining, which definitely seems like it could be a Fall Out Boy song title. This one, I've had people tell me just like in public they love my nails, which like I pretty much only get that when I'm wearing like neon green. That's like the only thing that gets people's eyes. But oh my god, it's insane. Like this is so good. This is like if Doomicorn was really good. If I got what I wanted from Doomicorn, it would have been this. Now this one I'm actually leaning towards because I think it's gonna look cuter with the meme. It's got these chonky little glitters, and I think it'll be really fun. And it's We Never Lie About Bunny's Bunny. And I know it's themed after the book Bunny, which I've been meaning to read. I actually think I might have a copy of it, but I have not read it. It was from the book covers month of PPU. And yeah, like it looks like it was actually August last year. And see, it's pretty navy blue with blood red hex glitters, hollow flakes, and tiny gold metallic flakes. Might still be open on Pinkle's website. I should look for that. I need to put my nose ring in. What's wrong with me? Garden Path has some of your all-time favorites. I am realizing, like, and I've gotten 2 recently from them. They are becoming one of the brands that I'm like, if they have a polish that I'm interested in, I should buy it. They are the only brand who has made me like believe in shimmer graphics. Like, I'm like, this is holographic, this is a shimmer, and this is everything. Usually I feel like the holo takes over. Usually either I feel like the holo is too much, or it's like there is some holo in the shimmer, but like I would not call it a shimmer graphic. Kind of like, you know, Cert Colors kind of like general shimmer formula tends to have like a little bit of a smattering of holo, but then they came out with the shimmer graphics and they're like so freaking hollow that like to me it kind of takes away from the shimmer. This somehow they've achieved the perfect balance. Like you're absolutely right, Our Lady. Like they've achieved the perfect balance of like being truly fantastically holographic and truly fantastically shimmery. And I'm stunned. Baby, I'm amazed at the way they're with me all the time, you know? But yeah, this is her dark designs. These are both, they're kind of like 2 sides of the same coin. One is a dark purple, and I think they have the same green blue shimmer in them. And one is a light purple. I mean, this is like a dark violet. You know me and my purples and my indigos and my violets. This is a dark violet. This is a purple. This is like a mid purple. And so they're very similar colors. Like they're very close together on the color wheel, but very different vibes and just both gorgeous. Hello, Selena. Hello. GPL is a genius, but I think I'm going to use We Never Lie About Bunnies Bunny, because that's definitely also in Fall Out Boy song title territory. All right. I was a good girl. I finished my whole energy drink. Husbando's like job every day is to like make sure that I finish my energy drink every single day. It is so beautiful. I agree. All right. We're going to reapply the lipstick. I know this is what you're here for. Yes, I love this polish. I need to read that book. I hear it's like a psychological thriller. It seems kind of like a Heathers situation. And I like Heathers. And by the way, if you didn't know, I'm only streaming for about an hour and a half today. So I'm just gonna get into the nails like a normal nail streamer would. Screw the book, give me the polish. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm for either. But yeah. How was everybody's week? Mine was incredibly busy. But the good news is that oh, I don't know what the good news is. We're managing. We're holding on. We're like Wilson Phillips. We're holding on for one more day so things will go our way. Scary fucking times in the world right now. If you are in DC or New York, hang in there. You have glasses. I can see again. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you. Seeing is like probably my like number one favorite activity. Like a normal nail streamer. Exactly. It's funny because like people who I do activism with, I occasionally mention I'm a streamer, especially if it has something to do with like something I'm volunteering for. I'll be like, oh, I have, I'm just looking for my nipper. I have experience with that from being a streamer. And I'll mention I stream nail art and also post my nail art. But people are starting to be like, oh, can I watch this stream? And I'm like, why, yes. So they might even be among us. Yeah, take out a little bit ever. You can see the screens. Look, Shaylin, like, what the fuck? Not to you, but to the system? Prism lenses. What? May I ask what you use prism lenses for? Because we have looked into it, not for me, but we've looked into it for reasons. But like, what do you use them for? How are you liking them? I might even like reach out to you in private to like ask you a little more about that. Everybody though loved the what nails, so I'm really excited. I'm excited to do meme nails again. It's just fun to do something fun, you know. But I remember they were really expensive. You survived flooding in your city, but still had to clean and dry out your basement. But hopefully this weekend is better. For real, I didn't realize that your basement was flooded. Or that, you know, you were in a flood. I know that there was a lot of rain with Sunburnt Galaxy had a big problem. Your brain and eyes, yes, that is a problem. Yeah. Are they helping? Shaylin, is it okay if I message you? I'm almost certain you're in my Discord. Almost certain. So I might ask you. Binocular vision dysfunction, I see. Because I have questions about these. Yes. Oh my God. I am so happy for you. I am so happy for you. That's huge. You know, like it's ridiculous that you gotta pay a hefty price all on your own for something that like literally you cannot function without. Like that's wild and crazy. And not kids. It's mostly old people. Hi, Shepard. You can't sit on my lap today. Do you hear this, bitch? You cannot sit on my lap today. I know y'all want her to sit on my lap. You saw a bee in flight, like their little stripes. You'd never seen them flying with stripes. Aww. I'm so happy for you. That, again, that is worth taking a loan out. And why the fuck did you have to? But also, you know, it's like, but I'm never like, I'm never gonna judge anybody for doing what they have to for their health, even no matter what it is. I consider myself to be a chaotic good lover of health, you know? Or at least a neutral good lover of health. But like, if you gotta break the law to be healthy, it's ridiculous that there's a law against that, you know? Your basement had puddles and a lot of friends and coworkers lost their homes. I didn't even hear anything about this. How fucked up is the world? I don't even hear about people losing their homes somewhere because of flooding. This is wild. This is all freaking wild. I've been having a good week, actually, though, because in some ways I've not been having a good week, but in some ways, do you hear her? Do you fucking hear her? Like, I do feel like I'm getting a lot more effective in planning and organizing and like understanding what is needed from the organizations that I'm in and the people that we serve and group up with and stuff like that. So like it's been a good week. I feel like I have grown some this week. Your governor applied for FEMA assistant, but you don't think the president will approve it. Insulting. Insults absolutely despicable. No. You don't have to be much of a Discord venter. Mostly it's just like, you know, when the Texas stuff happened, I didn't have to ask a damn person. I didn't have to ask anybody. I mean, I asked Danny how she was because she was there. I asked Nikki how she was because she was around there too. But like, I didn't have to ask a damn soul. The news provided it for me. They were like, yo, do you see this shit, my liege? And I was like, damn. I should call my friends. I didn't even know to call you. I didn't even know. I mean, I probably wouldn't have called you. I would have just like sent you either a message or just a thing on Discord being like, you good? And then the eyes emoji. But I would have done it. I would have freaking done it. Hello, son, you're talking. So were there floods in your area? Because apparently, Selena, there was floods. I know you had some issues. Behold, my liege, some bullshit. That's exactly what the news should be doing for me. Shepard, I wish I could hold you right now. Shepard came into bed with me last night and then just sat there and just like fucking bit me like the whole time. And I was just like, why are you like this? Why are you doing this to me? You're so sleepy. Gonna grab some caffeine pills. Dang, you're hardcore. Harder core. There's a lot of flooding around here. We keep getting huge amounts of rain when it rains. So you did not get a flood. That's good. And I know Selena's not like right where you are. I think that Selena's on like the other side of the Great Lakes. Correct? Because you're near Chicago. You did flood. Oh, you did flood. Your kitchen flooded. Okay. Yes. I know that you got a lot of water. I didn't know. You did. Yes. Okay. This is just my brain being dumb. Mostly. Milwaukee. So you're in Wisconsin. We need to like pick up the map so I can learn my geography. Yes. You posted in Discord. Yeah. Cause like Selena was saying that some friends lost their homes in a flood. And I was like, I didn't even, other than you posting that your kitchen flooded, which doesn't to me say there is a flood. It says to me like it could be a number of things. There, you know, like our basement flooded one year, which is not much of a basement. It's all concrete. It's like a cellar and it's not even insulated or anything. So it really wasn't a big deal. Like we got a pump and we pumped it out and it was fine. But like, I didn't hear, there's just so much going on. Chicago is like 2 hours drive from Milwaukee. That's so nice. I wish I could just go up to frickin' Polish and Beauty Expo. And I had to live out there, but Illinois doesn't sound like it's too bad. Illinois at least sounds like it's a cool place. But I do love being in California. However, we are being so fucking targeted right now. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. Just just what certain people will do to feel like a big man, you know? Because at the end of the day, that is literally all this is. Oh, it's like, oh, you're such a powerful man. You could do whatever you want to anybody. Look at you. Aren't you proud of yourself? Yeah, exactly. Literally, Danny, literally. Way back. Okay, decided you want to pay some GPL. Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah. We need to just play that on a loop outside the White House. Like, he won't learn anything because I think he's just past learning. I don't think there's any chance that man's heart's gonna grow 10 sizes. There are some people that I'm like, maybe their heart will grow 10 sizes. And like, honestly, it's most people. Most people I think are capable of change. But I don't think he is. And partially because I think he's just like old and partially senile. And like that'll stop your ability to learn and grow. Partially not his own fault, but also fuck that guy. You gotta play yes. You always say you're gonna stop there and never do. And then there was a train and I was like, well, is fate. I'll use it as a sign, finally go in. Wait, where did you go? Okay, grow 10 sizes medically. Yeah, if he could just like, suddenly his heart could just literally explode, that'd be great. You didn't go to PBE this year, have no self-control, your bank account said stay home. That makes sense. You did fight your anxiety and went into a restaurant, took a food on the way home. I understand that. Gidge, what's up? What's up? Teach the old dick new shit. The fuck? Who's making a Hollow Knight collection? Who's making a Hollow Knight collection? All I know about Hollow Knight is that you and Colette play it. I just wanted to call Colette Colleen because I just watched a thing where somebody in somebody's chat name was Colleen. And I got confused. Okay. All right. Today at some point I have to write a speech about gerrymandering. Not really a speech, just like an opening to a rally. Because this week our rally's theme is gerrymandering. Every week we have a theme. Because I would say that the rally that I host, and I don't always host it, and we're actually opening up to new MCs. Because we just want to have everybody have their turn. But as you're probably aware, I'm very comfortable speaking in front of the crowd. So I tend to do that a lot. What was I saying? Anyway, we're talking about gerrymandering. And aside from the fact that it's a very shitty thing, I think gerrymandering is really funny because the districts are really funny. Exploding naturally occurring heart punch. That is all his own fault. Exactly. Arcana lacquer. Arcane or Arcana? Looks like two votes for Arcana. Arcana lacquer. 152 products. Impressive amount of products for a company I've never heard of. Collections. What is it called? What's the collection called, or is it not out yet? Because I'm looking. It's not released yet. Well, okay, fine. Not till the 22nd. It's on the Insta. I see. Can I get to the Insta from the website? Are you doing your website job? Is my question. I might not have more beverage for this stream because I might drink it all now. All right, Arcana. If you can hear me, fine. Look, this is important information though. I'm getting important information. And the information, thank you, you're using the hydrate now. The important information is that they don't have a reasonable, easy way to find their Instagram on their website. And I think that that's an oversight. I'm part of the Nail Polish website oversight committee, and I would like to file a formal complaint, except for not formal, because I'm not going to message them, being like, you do not have your Instagram on your website. And especially if you're gonna put stuff on your Instagram as a sneak peek, you should definitely have it on there. You click the pics at the bottom and went straight to the Instagram yesterday. That's cool. Look at that. Is that just a, this must just be a magnetic. Looks really great though. Looks real great. Well, that is certainly a collection. Oh, I see. Gidge, how many posts are you going to make on this? 8 posts from Gidge. I love this. I love this. I want it now. Those are certainly all polishes. Some of them are cute. And yeah. Grim being red, you are shocked. I don't know anything about this game. It looks cute, but it also kind of like what the Grim one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know anything about this game. Yeah, the green one with the flakies is nice. The green one with the flakies definitely looks nice. And like, yeah, the magnetics actually look very good. Are you all excited about Polish Pickup Optical Illusions in November? Because I'm not particularly excited about that. Because like, maybe I should be. But I think it's going to all just be like magnetics. I mean, I guess the real optical illusion in nail polish is either hollow or multichrome, mostly multichrome. I do love a multichrome, and I love a multichrome. There is glitter. There is legit glitter in this base coat. Multichrome, I don't remember what I was saying, but I love a multichrome. You're putting it on your throne. What's throne? Dumb theme. It's a dumb theme. Ixie figured out a way to do what? To what? What are you doing? I have no idea what you're talking about, Gidge. I love you, and I don't know what you're talking about. You're excited to have extra money before Christmas and traveling. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe there will be plenty I love. And I am not going to save Throne is Way for viewers. Oh, ooh, okay. I might try that. What was I saying though? I sneak peeked. Yeah. At PPU Ween. I am in big trouble. I'm in big trouble for PPU Ween. And I don't think I'm going to hold back. Hello, Boncat. November feels like a throwaway month because it's between PPU Ween and Maker's Choice. But they don't need to make it that way. But it don't need to be that way. If they're going to throw it away, y'all, if you are going to throw away a month on anything, throw it away on soup. Okay? There. I said it. Just make it fucking soup. Exactly. Exactly. Just throw it away on soup. Just let us have, go girl, give us soup. We need like, honestly, can we like, I kind of want to like make an open letter to PPU being like, please soup. But I guess we should, maybe we should just like do a more concerted effort to like, I need to bring my organizing skills from like the important shit and bring it here to the shit that literally doesn't matter. And we need to like actually all get in there, Pokemon Go to the polls and make soup happen, you know? Petition. But the thing is, it's a little late now because I think we need soup in the fall. So like, let's meet here like next like July. Sorry, I got like a thing on my face and it's like driving me nuts. Okay, it's no longer driving me nuts. No longer driving me nuts. Yeah. So we can make our own soup polishes. Souptember 2026. Yes. Yes. PPU, more like PP soup. Exactly. That's disgusting, but I love it. We start the soup campaign now. I say we just start. Okay. All right. All right. Everybody, literally like, okay, everybody. Now, who volunteers to make the flyer? Who volunteers to call the other nail polish streamers? Linnery, help us make PPU soup next year. You're really eating now. Okay, eat. This is just like all the meetings I go to on a regular basis. All right. So we are going in with We Never Lie About Bunnies Bunny by Garden Path lacquers. And if for some reason you do not know, I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna look at you raising hell on Orly Labs' most recent post. If you do not know the reasoning for my stream title, if you're not familiar with how we do like bingo and stuff and all the different squares, or if you just haven't encountered this square, Fall Out Boy song title just means really long, a really long title. And Lacquerdactyl made a great meme about this polish that came out that he swatched that was very long, and it was the Is This a Pigeon guy? And it said yeah, is this a Fall Out Boy song title? I'm like, I can't remember what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm talking about. So we're doing that day. A sentence type title. Exactly. When they ask for inspiration, the inspiration is soup. Yes. Tell them Sun had a really crappy 2025 and all she wants in life is a PPU. I should tell them. I think that we have all had a very bad 2025. And I think that we all deserve soup. A comforting bowl of soup, which is actually nail polish. Wait, did they delete? Okay. All right, while this layer is drying, let's go to Orly Color Labs. It's on the Orly Color Labs, right? Orly Color Labs. So, whoa, did they? No, they just recolored that. Okay. Is it safe pace for Swifties? Oh my God. Are y'all trying to be this shitty about trans people, or to trans people, I just say to trans people, or are you really that clueless? There. What the fuck? Not Taylor Swift red. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do that because I don't like handling poop, but honestly, like, what the actual fuck? I mean, all I can say is exactly what I say. Are you like trying to be this shitty? Or like, are you really just fucking idiots? Like, I don't like calling people idiots because I don't actually feel like, I think that IQ is like, is bullshit, and like, I don't actually necessarily believe that there is just some standard of intelligence. But like, are they really that clueless? Are you so like this? I just need to share that part from that Jenny Nicholson video. Are you so out of touch? Could you be so naive? Because like, oh my God, literally, like, I didn't know. I was like, what could they have possibly done? Like, what could they have done? What else? Sadly, it's full mask off. Yeah. I heard that they donated to the LA LGBTQ Center during Pride Month. I did not actually see that personally. I didn't like go actually check that out. Which, like, that is a very like trans forward LGBTQ center. It's like got a lot of programs for trans people that are really good. But like, what the fuck was this? Who was in charge of their social media? What the actual fuck? No, I don't think that there's anything happening with Taylor Swift. I just think they were trying to make a joke. But like the fact that they are not a safe space for trans people and now we're like making a joke of a safe space for Swifties, it's just like really insulting after the Harry Potter thing. Yeah. It's just really insulting. Yeah. I think they're just trying to make a cute joke. But it's not cute. It would be fine. It would be fine if the other shit didn't happen. Yeah. Like, I don't think that somebody making a safe space joke about something that is not, you know, a group that it needs a safe space, unless the joke itself is about like a hateful group or something, I don't think that's a problem. But when you've established yourself as not a safe space for really any kind of minority that is targeted, I don't think it's a good joke anymore. Kind of like how, like, you know, I identify as some wild, bizarre thing is like an okay joke for somebody who's like a trans person or a non-binary person, but like if you're not, you should probably like consider, because people have like used those jokes as like, you know, hateful ways. Hello, oh my god, it's the two of you together. You're in the wrong chat. Where are you supposed to be? Where are you supposed to be? What is this? Is this, oh, is this your YouTube channel? I see. So we're not safe for trans people, but we're safe for Swifties vibe. Exactly. And I will say, those two groups don't overtly overlap. I am sure there are trans Taylor Swift fans. And I definitely know some trans people who enjoy some Taylor Swift songs. I am a non-binary person, and I for sure enjoy some Taylor Swift songs. Twitch has no audio? I think that's just for you, hopefully. Everyone else at Twitch seems to be able to hear me. But also, what the fuck? A problem. Okay, yeah. I'm like, I would have known about that. I would have known. I would have been told. People get in here and they expect to hear things. And I must provide the things for the people to hear. I don't know if you saw that thing that I posted, but it really made me laugh because it just made me think of like this, of like our community. I'll like post it right now. I will say, when I started streaming, I did not set out for our stream to be a specifically queer stream, but I'm specifically queer. And like, and it just happened that way. It just kind of went that direction. Queer and safe, exactly. This is a safe space for trans folks and Swifties alike. Look, one of my best friends is a Swiftie. All right, so I think that I know a thing or two about Swifties. I think I can actually speak on behalf of all Swifties because I have a really good friend who's actually a Swiftie. We disagree on things sometimes, but we can put that behind us. Anyway, we had a discussion last night how insufferable Swifties are being on social media since the announcement of the new album. I can attest, the one Swiftie in my life has been directly feeding me every bit of news about Taylor Swift, whether I want it or not. She knows I love her, but it's a lot of info. But there was a picture of Taylor Swift looking really, really sexy. So that one I certainly did not mind. I certainly didn't mind. You're wildly queer. Yes. Oops, all queers. Exactly. That's what happened in this chat. But anyway, this is what I saw. We need more queer spaces that aren't centered around drinking. They should be centered around me. Everyone should be giving attention to me. I was like, oh. Oh, it's my stream. My stream is a queer space. She's going on the podcast. Isn't that her boyfriend? As a football fan, she's annoying you. Is she like the Yoko Ono of football? You exited the womb gripping a small evening clutch, and I fashioned from the placenta. You would, though. You would. T Swift has got completely traditional wag. What's wag? What does that mean? I do not know hardly anything about Taylor Swift, except for the few things I know. Wives and girlfriends? Ah, I see. Well, she did, like, have that whole thing last year. And she is having a album. I gotta say, I'm not following Taylor Swift, because when I don't really care about something, I don't tend to follow it. I follow it enough so that I can talk to Nikki about it. But as somebody who really, 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 really loves my spouse, I can't really fault somebody for that. Like, I often am there just to hype up my spouse, and my spouse wears my shirts. My spouse will, like, go out of his way to, like, find a Two Lacquered Ladies or Fanatic Year shirt to wear it wherever he's going. So, honestly, if that's what she wants to do right now, she's, like, putting out an album, like, but if she's just, like, really in love with her guy, and it sounds like she's just, like, a really romance-oriented person. Like, I don't know if you've listened to her music, but she's very romance-oriented. So it seems to me that she's probably been looking for, Mr. Right for a long time. So, unless she does something, like, hateful, I think that she should just do whatever she wants. That's my hot take on Taylor Swift. And being, like, a wife guy, or a husband guy, as she might be right now. Yeah, and even if she did, she's got a crazy long career. Like, for how old she is, which is younger than me, her career has been insane. Yeah. I mean, that's true. Are you just, like, trying to find things to be mad at her about? Because that's, like, probably a lot of people. Not saying that we shouldn't have private jets, but, like, I don't really know why we're just, like, in this chat being like, do you hate Taylor Swift? Don't you want to? And it's like, I actually don't kind of go out of my way to hate on people. That's kind of how I live my life. And I don't think that makes me, I do a lot of good. A lot of people who can find differences with people do a lot of good. I will set up a poll and we'll sign it for Netflix just so we can watch it at Discord. Wait, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Famous women get telling me automatically. They don't need mine. Yeah, like, look, let's talk about the famous woman who does need our hate. And that's J.K. Rowling. Oh, K-pop Demon Hunters. Yes. Danny, so the thing that you have to do is that you have to do, message me off of stream. It does work, but you might need to change a setting. You might need to change a setting in your browser. So yeah. You don't go out of your way, it comes naturally. Yeah. Yeah, I try to just kind of give people the benefit of the doubt unless, like, I have to. I just realized a while back, because I used to kind of be the person who would, like, get really mad about people. And there are people, like I said, J.K. Rowling does deserve our hate. But, like, there are a lot of, but like, everybody's doing their own thing. Everybody's kind of on their own journey. And like nobody's perfect. So, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm absolutely not perfect. My single-use plastic use is like wild. And I have my reasons for that. Is it an excuse? Like, maybe, maybe not. But yeah. I don't know if she's a billionaire, though. If she's a billionaire, she shouldn't be. That is my motto. But there are people who are doing just such worse things. And right now, I'm like... Taylor Swift having a private jet, like having a private jet maybe shouldn't be legal. She is a billionaire. That does suck. That does suck. She shouldn't be. But yeah. I feel like that also shouldn't be legal. I leaned back for one damn second. And this fucking cat. Did you see that? Did you see that? You are not going. Wait. What's KP? Oh, K-pop Demon Hunters. So is it a whole series? I gotta say, I know very little about K-pop Demon Hunters. And then I saw like a little like thing for it at the OC Fair. It's a movie and the music is good. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Shep took her shot, right? I just feel like it wouldn't be for me. And I might be wrong about that, but I look at it and I'm like, I feel like this isn't for me. But who knows? But who knows? All right. Shepherd. This fucking cat. What time is it? Okay, it's 12:47, so I only have like 45 more minutes to actually like get these nails done. So let's do it. I know, yeah, most people really like it. I'm special in that a lot of times if most people really like something, I often don't. But that's just because, in my way, I am a hater. But yeah, I don't know. I probably should watch it. I just have a feeling if I watched it, I'd be like, I watched this and it was good, but like, I could have caught up on frickin' Apothecary Diaries, you know? Because I have not caught up on Apothecary Diaries. I pretty much watch like one thing that is not Drawfee per like 6 months. So like 2 things that aren't Drawfee every single year that actually like take my attention. One thing I am definitely seeing is I'm definitely seeing a frickin' whatchamacallit. Toxic Avenger. I am busy like all that weekend. It's coming out Labor Day weekend. I am busy like all that freaking weekend. Yes. I've watched the first season. I need to watch season 2 of Apothecary Diaries. Yeah, and I still need to watch Dandadan. Exactly. There's so much stuff I have to watch. There's so much stuff. Okay. All right, so we need... You're probably wondering right now, did she actually give her, her stampers a bath this week? Because we had like a whole thing last week about how my stampers are gross. So it would make sense for you to think maybe I would have done that this week. And the answer is no, I didn't. You're still too scared. Okay, well, if you're too scared, then it's probably for me. Then probably it's a good show for me. Because I like being scared. How do you dry off a sponge after you have sprayed it with IPA? That's my question. That is my question. Yes, watch The Terror. Watch The Terror this weekend. So you can talk to me about it. Earth Girl has talked to me about it. Alpha Susan is Alpha Susan for a reason. It's not just because of the first person I called Susan. Now you have it stuck in your head. You also do a lot of K-pop. I've tried. I gotta say, I tried with the K-pop, and it's not that I think it's bad. Again, it's just like not. I'm like, I need to listen to goth music from 40 years ago. Is actually what I need to do with my time. 40-year-old goth music actually really hits the spot right now, and Priest all the time. Priest. But yeah, speaking of Susans. I saw Big Susan. So there was this, like, it was kind of like that thing that Alpha Susan went to a while ago, which was like a video rental pop-up. This was called like VHS Rewind or something, and it was at the OC Fair, and it was pretty fun. It was very nostalgic. Had free tickets to Ghost, said, ew, not Priest, and didn't go. Good for you. Not that I hate Ghost, but like they did have a legal battle with two of the people in the original Priest lineup. Not the Priest, but the original Priest lineup. Anyway, so yeah, like they had these big paintings, which I gotta say, sorry I had to see giant Sean Penn, me too. These were not very good. Like, I'm not saying I could do better, but I was not too impressed with these large faces and things that they had around. Like, they looked professional, but they also looked like not great. But I did see Big Susan. So that was good. You have weird taste in music. Your K-pop phase, now that you were in your 50s. Like, I don't think that there's weird taste or not weird taste. There's, as Jeff Goldblum says, there's just your taste. That's all the taste. I pretty much listen to the same stuff and watch the same stuff, which is very funny. I was watching a video about ADHD TikTok, which I do not watch TikTok, and I'm very, very careful about what mental health information I get online. And even when I am like watching something from a mental health professional, they did something silly with Sean's chin there. Absolutely. I'm still very skeptical, but I guess there was a TikTok where somebody was like, if you watch the same show over and over again, you have ADHD. And it's like, that's not a marker of ADHD necessarily. Somebody might do it for an ADHD type reason. But like, I know people who I would never say have ADHD, who I know very, 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 very well, who also do that a lot. What was the altarpiece to the Church of Mecha Susan Prime? They did not have an altarpiece. They just had a little label that was like, here's some stuff from Dead Man Walking. Aren't you excited to see it? And I was like, well, I'm excited to see Susan. The like thing was kind of underwhelming. And some of the movies that they had represented there weren't ever even released on VHS, even though it was like a VHS themed thing specifically. Like, those things were never on VHS. So, you know, as somebody who's just like literal sometimes, and I'm like, this should be like literally the way it is, it did annoy me to a point. But at the same time, I was at the fair with my friends looking at big dumb pictures and, you know, looking at movie posters, and like, that was good. So I had a good time. I was just a little bit like, oh, that's why you want a chair 3 times in 2 months. You're ADHD. Exactly. Like, my mom does not have ADHD. That woman has no... Now, I think that ADHD is poorly named. And so I would like to call it attention dysregulation hyperactivity disorder. Did I just freeze? There we go. Attention dysregulation hyperactivity disorder, because like a lot of people, like I've met a lot of people actually recently, because I think that I've been meeting a lot of people who don't have ADHD recently. And I think I tend to attract people who do have ADHD. I wonder fucking why. But like, I'll be talking about things I do, like, mini painting or nail painting. And they'll be like, wow, you do that? Like, isn't that hard with ADHD? And I'm like, honestly, no. I think that sometimes it can be easier with ADHD because ADHD isn't actually the lack of attention. It's just that you cannot control when what you give your attention to. It's just not, you can't control it. So yeah, like I get a lot of hyper focus. My attention is dysregulated, but it's not, you know, it's not deficient. My attention is not deficient. But if you come up to me and you're like, hey, remember to take the chicken out of the fridge, I'm going to be like, yeah, cool. And then I'm going to forget to take the chicken out of the fridge, you know? That's good. Hyper focus, baby. Exactly. Have anyone seen Weapons yet? I was wondering if it's any good. I've not seen it yet. I want to see it, but it also looks very disturbing and I don't know like anything about it. Is this how he's supposed to be? Yeah, this is how this man is supposed to be. I like it. Is this a pigeon? No. So let's clean up this stamp because I'm not going to want to go back and do it after I've already filled it out because that will risk me picking up the whole image. And I am also going to take this butterfly and I'm going to find a little nail polish bottle. I'm going to find a little nail polish bottle for this. I chalk it up to you. Can't tell me what to do. I'm independent as I depend on people who tell me what to do. Yeah. That's basically it. I do like people telling me what to do. Like, I am like the first person to be like, hello, I need an adult. I need everyone around me to be an adult, and I need me to be an adult because my inner child needs so much structure. Like, my inner child's going to be late every day, but my inner child needs to have a thing to be late to every day, you know? I'm terrible at being my own boss. Terrible. I need help and instructions, but don't tell me what to do. Thanks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right with that. Yeah, okay. Now that you say it that way, 100%. I think that I just like am so like one thing I'm so sick and fucking tired of the negative parts of my ADHD. I understand that I would not be the person that I am without my ADHD. Because it's just a brain difference. And honestly, like, hot take here, I really don't love the terms neurotypical and neurodivergent because I do think that everybody is kind of on this brain spectrum, you know what I mean? And I just, you know, but like it is helpful if you have like a divergence from the center that is notable. And I do, for sure. Like there are times where I'm like, wow, this is the disability. This is the disability right here. But yeah, that's just my thought. I'm not a doctor. And I'm not telling anybody to like, you know, consider themselves any differently than they do, but that's just kind of like my thought is that like, neurospicy. Yeah. You have ADHD. Not sure if people get diagnosed with that anymore. Your whole life is scaffolding. What does scaffolding mean? Yeah, I feel like now they just say ADHD and then they put it under the umbrella that, cause I know that there are people who don't have the hyperactivity or that allegedly don't have the hyperactivity. And I know that there are people who, or actually, I don't know anybody who doesn't have the attentiveness thing. It seems that everybody who has like, there's not just a hyperactivity disorder, but I'm not sure. Again, I ain't no doctor. I do think that there are people, here's my other hot take. I don't think that there's like anybody, I don't think that there's a norm. I don't think that there's a norm, but I think there's people who think there's a norm and who are assholes about it. There. Yeah, you know, I did go by Dr. Stephanie Grace at the Jungle Cruise. I'm not a doctor, I just played one on the Jungle Cruise. Fun ADHD TV watching thing. I can rewind 30 seconds to catch something I wasn't paying attention to and then had to do it again 2 more times because I got distracted again while it's replaying. When me and Vero and Doomed watched frickin' what's it called? Our Flag Means Death, they were very subject to that. Now, we all have ADHD, I believe. Somehow they could do it. Their hyper focus was working, but they were also watching it for like, you know, the second or third time because, you know, it's an ADHD trait, apparently. It's just not, though, I don't think. You cry all the time. Wait, hold on. I was told under emotional dysregulation falls in the umbrella of hyperactivity. Like, I don't move around a ton, but I sure do cry a hyper amount. That could be, like, emotional dysregulation is also, like, I feel like there's also, like, trauma. There's a lot of things. By the way, I'm using the Bun Intended for the hair. It's a very, very dark gray, so that the hair just has a little bit more dimension. And then I think for the skin, I'm going to use, let me pick up the picture, by the way. I think for the skin, I'm going to use something by by OPI. Because their names are crazy. Yeah, okay. I had to look at a picture of this guy's hair, because I didn't really know what was going on there. Okay. Or actually, probably this one is actually closer to this real skin tone. And it's Don't Pretzel My Buttons. Yeah, the two I had to choose from, the two OPIs, Don't Bossa Nova Me Around, and Don't Pretzel My Buttons. Don't do anything with OPI. But yeah, they are like, it's too bad their polishes are generally boring as hell, because like they are like and also because that they're OPI and like are in no way like a brand that I'm like excited about, or I'm like, yeah, go buy them. But they do have some like whack ass names. Scaffolding is a structure I put in place to make sure I survive. Yeah, like keeping your keys and wallet in the same place all the time so you don't lose them, or alarms on your phone to take your meds. Yes, they're so sassy. Magazine, 1996. Yeah, I'm saying Flag Means Death, but I have a bunch of nail polish inspired by it. Our Flag, I really liked the first season. And then I started watching the second season, and I was having issues with it. I'm gonna black out this guy's entire mouth. I'm actually gonna get a smaller brush. Even though you all know I hate a smaller brush. It is actually necessary today. I have to show y'all. I need to paint this, and maybe I'll show it to you later, but Orange County, California. Oh, I also forgot that I wanted to do, oh, actually this is good for this. Orange County, California's fair. The Orange County Fair is like the #1 fair in the United States for specifically table setting. We have a tablescaping competition you wouldn't believe. And one of the tablescapes this year was like my childhood, like it was like 17, it was literally like a table setting, and then it was like the backing was like a bulletin board that might have been a mirror, because at the time it was like the thing to cover your mirror with as many pictures as possible, so much so that you couldn't even see your fucking face in it, covered in mostly pictures of Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, in Orange County it is. Let me I'll see if I have time to show to you before I go, because I really can't stay late today. We're starting to have a weekly craft night for people who are like working with us, because we do a lot of printing for the various groups we're involved in, and also like just general crafting too. Like, we're definitely doing stuff for the causes that we're into, but we're also open to just having people come over to, you know, just use our various crafting supplies, because we have a lot, and, you know, we would love for people to use it all. But because of that, I have to clean. I didn't get enough cleaning done yesterday. I am really excited about this thing that we're doing every 2 weeks because it will give me an excuse to clean. All right, and then this guy is wearing a weird shirt. He is wearing like a blue shirt, but it has like a red like flip on it. So I think I'm actually gonna try to capture that. Although I don't really want to paint with red right now, but I will. I'll use Oh Darling because it's like kind of a nice red. It's like, I think probably a tiny bit less pigmented. It's a little bit light. But yeah. I'll show you some of the table settings, including the one that I thought was absolutely the best. Me and my friend went around and judged them for ourselves. We really want one of us from our friend group to do it one year, to actually enter. But yeah, they rate you on like eye appeal, originality, and there's also a really strict there's also like a really strict what word am I looking for? You gotta set the table right. Everything's gotta be like within, you know, an inch of like you gotta set everything up right, and you're not allowed to set it up with like a diagram. You're like not allowed to have, I don't know if any level of notes are allowed, but you've got to show up with your stuff and set it up like from memory. And it's really competitive. This brush is sucking so hard. All my brushes are a little splayed out today. Maybe they'll have the brushes that I want on Starly. Because last time I checked, they didn't have the brushes that I wanted still. Oh, I can get this guy's hand. I think that this isn't dry yet, though, so I can get... this part of his shirt. Getting them in half correctly. What are you talking about? You found they get dull pretty quickly. Wait, the Starly ones do? The expensive ass Starly ones? You know what don't get dull really quickly? Is the fucking Holo Taco ones. You know, I am not a die-hard Holo Taco stan, but I fucking swear by their brushes. They are perfect for me. Wait, you use pill cutters on your brushes? What? What are you talking about? All right, let's get... Did I just smudge his hand? I think I did just smudge his hand. Oh well. I'm not going back. You'll never take me alive. Oh, you're talking about pill cutters for cat meds. Yes. We do love our cat meds here. I tried to give Shepherd a pill the other day. And last time I tried to give her a pill, she was like, absolute fucking champ. This time, apparently not. All right, I've got to do the back of this guy's hair. Oh my God, I've got 20 minutes of my self-imposed deadline. But I really would like to get out of here on time. So let me look at... So I'm going to put him over here in the corner, and then I think I'm going to move the... no, I guess I'll keep the A where it is. Honestly, I'm putting him so low. I'm putting him so low that I'm actually going to take out the is this A, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to redo that. And then doing the Fall Out Boy song title is actually going to be extremely annoying. So I'm going to put on my Orly Bonder. I gotta like fucking focus. I want to put him on my middle finger, but I feel like I might not have room. So maybe I think I can fit like the whole is this A on him though. I feel like I can fit is this A, and then on my... So I have really tiny letters. But I honestly don't know. All right. There we go. So, Fall Out Boy song title. Will it fit? Will it blend to Fall Out Boy song title? That's 4. Fall Out Boy song title. That is okay. We got to put him on the index. We have to. That's just how it's going to have to work today. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. And I'm going to just start, while he's drying and while I'm doing that, we're going to do an F. I gotta say, of course this isn't working very well. This plate usually doesn't work very well, even though they're old plates. The old plates from TSS were honestly garbage. But this one's not honestly garbage. But it's still not ideal, I gotta say. Unfortunately, I don't think there are ideal plates anymore made by ideal people. Okay. So we got him here. I'm going to do just a little bit of like wrapping the tip with him. I'm gonna wrap his tip, if you know what I mean. And then I'm just gonna do that light blue. No glove, no love. Exactly. Are any of us ideal anymore? Were any of us ever ideal? I don't think I don't think that any of us really are truly ideal. All right. Wham, a hair. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm just gonna let that be how he is. With this kind of line of blue at the bottom. It's gonna be fine. All right, now we need to find if I had all fucking day, which I don't, but if I did, I would match the fonts. Because this font is different than the one that I'm using for Fall Out Boy song title. Oh wait, there is the correct font. I'm such a dingus sometimes. Okay. I didn't realize that there was another font besides. So let's do. Is this. And I might not do the what am I thinking of? I might not do the polish bottle I promised. So, sorry about that if your whole identity was just like waiting on that. If you were like, but I really needed to see the polish bottle. I'm sorry. You dingus. Yeah, it's a good word. Because I don't want to call myself like stupid or an idiot. I don't really want to call anybody stupid or an idiot. Least of all myself. But sometimes I'm a dingus. And that just has to be said. I just have to like accept that about myself and about my journey. But you know how I wasn't a dingus? I put top coat on. There we go. Dilemma deleted. You call your dog dingus, but only because he is one who takes it as a compliment. You know, it's fair. It's fair to call your dog a dingus. Okay, here's the F. I'm gonna scrape twice to try to get as much of this like actually into the letter as possible. That backfired. It might not have backfired, but that like didn't help. I got the F completely full, but I also got too much polish. I might need to use my special scraper if I can find it. Because sometimes sometimes a special scraper just doesn't work well. And then other times a special scraper really lives up to its hype. This time this worked though. I was just very careful. To like get the polish like all the way into the thing. So I'm just like gonna scrub the polish in there. There is my special scraper. It's right over there. Get it real in there. Pick it up. And it's not coming out perfectly, but the F came out perfect. But we're just gonna like hope for the best, you know? We're just gonna do our thing. Ah. There we go. Tried a little maneuver there, and it seemed to work really well. The little maneuver was actually kind of like scrubbing the paint into the hole, as it were. F-A-L. Let's see if I can get another L without redoing the... It's not a very good L, so... Clean it up. All right. There we go. I got it. I really need to clean up the edge here. There we go. That L is good enough. We're getting into serious times here. Sorry if you can't see everything I'm doing. Remember that time I was in Linry's stream and she was talking about nail stampers and how we're like, all right, I'm going to stamp this, moves off screen. That was me. She was talking about me. Literally. Probably Danny too. But like, I for sure know. Yeah, I for sure know that I was not a person she was talking about. Look, drifting off screen is just as natural as breastfeeding a starfish, and I've always said this. All right. Oh. Shout out to Fallout Boy having a name that's like pretty well spaced for me to like get all the letters without like cleaning between. That U and that T really sucked. Shout out to Fallout Boy, but I am still going to fuck it up. As a former zookeeper, wait, what do you not approve of? I cannot get this U to work. This is gonna have to be the best I do. Oh, breastfeeding a starfish. Look. Say what you will. But mermaids have been breastfeeding a starfish since the dawn of time. That was not a good fill-in, but I'm just gonna have to let it be. Yeah, sorry, Metamfem. As natural as breastfeeding a Metamfem. You didn't work with starfish. You don't know what the starfish keepers did. This loser doesn't even know about starfish wet nurses. Am I right? Yeah, you were so confused when I said starfish. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to confuse everybody. Everybody expects, you know, a certain type of language here, and I have to respect that. I should have switched over to the good scraper before, or the fancy scraper. I don't want to say the good scraper, because sometimes a scraper is not good. Sometimes a scraper doesn't help. This still isn't perfect, but, like, it's good. Sometimes a scraper does good stuff. When she was good, she was very, very good. And when she was bad, she was horrid. This scraper. But you did work with them. Lies. You would say that. No, I believe you. And I know you don't want to talk about your history breastfeeding starfish here. I know that it can be a very personal thing. That your connection with your starfish, it's really like a mother and child. Yeah, they need human milk to grow. Ceramite has not grown. You must keep them in a hot house, in a hot bed, in a hot climate, so they can grow. If you don't know what we're talking about, it is really a you problem. Why didn't I switch over to this scraper before? You ever do that where you're like using the wrong tool for the job and you like know you're using the wrong tool for the job and you're just like, I just don't want to change, and then you just like don't change, and then you do change finally and you're just like surprised Pikachu face, because that happens to me all the fucking time. Yes, good. Not that I want you to suffer like me, but like I just want to suffer together. I don't want you to suffer like me, but I do want to suffer like you, if that makes sense. Finally use the right stamper. You're like, damn, it's always the only way you use to do a job. Hold on, I have to do this fast. I'm stuck. Okay, we're moving on to finger number 2, and then we're gonna really quickly add top coats, and then we're gonna fuck right off. You always do the only way you use a job, using the wrong tool. Exactly. Finally use the right stamper, and damn, yeah, exactly. That's me right now. With this damn scraper. I do need to clean off this scraper though, because like I can tell that it's not as Stephanie, why do you do this to yourself? I could ask this about so many things in my life that I do to myself. Remember that person that was like, use like to save the environment, to be more environmentally friendly, use Scotch tape instead of a lint roller? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're just wrong. Because like, okay, that didn't come out well. I didn't realize there was an Instagram logo on this plate. I mean, it is just like the info to get to the TSS on Instagram. So, you know, 100% more Instagram links than there are on that website for Arcana Lacquer. But the important thing is that there is a link to like an Instagram symbol. Yeah. It's just like, no, it really doesn't work that way. All right, N. We got it. Let's try to wipe that off. I think this is also a better stamper that I'm using right now. I'm learning. I'm learning and growing as we speak. All right, and let's get to G. And then we got title. And then we're done. Now everybody that I see is going to be like, what's on your nails? And I'll be like, this. But you're not going to understand it. And then, like, I'll explain it and they'll give me, like, a sensible chuckle. I should have put that S farther over because this finger, like, edges that way. You can't see it, though, because I'm out of focus for you. I would probably redo this if we were having a normal day. The song title. But we're not having a normal day. Oh my God, did I not? I thought I finally did. If I didn't, I'll post it this weekend. Now that I think about it, maybe I didn't. But I need to. I'm so bad about posting. I just get really, like, nervous to post. And it just feels, like, really overwhelming. Maybe I don't get nervous, but I'm just, like... And I should do it now, because, like, I just don't even care anymore about tagging anything or tagging things correctly. I'm making this thing weird. Which is kind of how I do things. I wear my Brahmsy earrings a lot, and, like, people do ask me now who it is. And I'm like, oh boy. If I didn't want to talk about the boy today, I probably shouldn't have, like, worn pictures of him. It was so cute. Your pic was so cute. All right, and we just need an L. I did these a little too high up. My second finger is not ideal, but I'm also running late, so we're just gonna deal with it. We're just gonna fucking deal with it, and I will still have more time for tidying. I'm not going to do my right hand so that I have that hand to clean with, and I'm not like, am I fucking it up? There we go. All right, all right. Is that a Fall Out Boy song title? I am going to go back over some of these letters and just kind of like do a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of filling on the ones that like are not fully filled in. It looks a bit jank, but also extremely cute. Let me show it to you. Not zoom. I need focus. I should put a question mark. For my final trick, I should put a question mark. I scheduled it at 5, and it's just so that people can get here and have time to do stuff and go home at a reasonable time. And the event isn't really like, it is my event for sure. But like this is like pretty spearheaded by Husbando. Thank you. Hello, Gnome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Let me go back to 10. Okay, there we go. It's just at 5, but like, yeah, I just have a lot of cleaning to do. But hopefully the next time we have one, there won't be as much cleaning because we're going to be cleaning a lot. We used to have a lot of parties and get-togethers at the house. And then, like, of course, the pandemic happened and, like, we stopped doing that a lot. There's a question mark. Fall Out Boy song title. I think it is really cute. It is almost 2 right now. It is almost 2. I also thought I would have more time to clean this week, but then I just didn't. Thanks. Let's just really quickly do our smudge free, because this is gonna smudge like a bee if I do not do smudge free on it. So let's do smudge free. For a while, I was thinking I'm gonna not do smudge free anymore. But that ain't me. That ain't me, bruh. Danny did say that this smudge free top coat like messes up shimmers for her, and I do have to say that unless it clears up, I am kind of seeing that. Why isn't the focus changing? I am kind of seeing that right now. Hopefully, I think as it's drying, it's getting better. And I have seen that in some other nail polishes that like, but this is literally, this is the first time I've ever noticed that. Yeah, every time, yeah. Like I would rather just not use my shimmer polishes in nail art than not use smudge free. There are some looks. Yeah, there are some nail arts that really don't need the smudge free. Like I've definitely noticed that like sometimes I can skip it. But not fine black lines. All right, enjoy the rest of your work day. This one on this finger is for sure clearing up. I'm gonna go to all my fingers though and do one more. I did do the big thing I needed to do today though, which was clean the cat box. But it is clearing up. It's absolutely clearing up. So, yeah, it's drying and it's clearing up. Hopefully it will continue to clear up even more, even though I'm covering it with top coat right now. No guarantee. But, we can pray and hope. All right, all right, all right. So here is the final look. Will it focus? Is the question. There we go. And yeah, the shimmer looks good now. The shimmer actually looks much better now. Nice speed paint. Thank you. Thank you. Is this a Fall Out Boy song title? All right, everybody. Sorry sorry to cut it short today. I love you all so much. And I will see you on Friday. I will see you for 4 hours next Friday. So that's pretty exciting. I do not have a thing to do after except for hang out with you. So yeah, thanks. You all have a fantastic weekend. Yeah, I will see you soon. I will see you in the Discord. I'll have fun crafting. And I love you.